Alright, now you go sleep. Hey yo, what is up guys, this is your boy Tway here. This will be a video, another account review. This time we got Senpai Ryu in the building asking me to optimize his account. He didn't really show me any specifics, so I think this might be interesting for the people who don't know what they need to aim for at the status of their accounts. The question is always, where are you in a certain part of the game? And where do you go from there? However, let's find out. So what characters are we working with? First off, we got a play record 453 days. We got himself to a diamond 1. Doesn't look like he is PvPing even though he has a DOK. 5-star unique weapon, artifacts to a 3-star, unique treasure to a 4-star maximum. Alright, and what are his characters? We got ourselves a May, got not the right UT, that's something that we might consider. He is rocking a DLK, 3-star unique treasure, got himself a book of the mat, which automatically makes me think, why isn't he rocking anything else? Because a fantastic hybrid book of animals is better. Unfortunately, because this whole normal attack thing, it's damage increase is actually not that much better, and because of the layers for what I see. As for the TMs, we'll go by that in a hot second. I'm looking for some other things. He got at least a pumpkin on that, Heart of the Abyss 1-star on that, otherworldly sword there. So he has most of the artifacts at least a 0-star, got an extra pumpkin struck of evil spirit. Now if I had to give him one option, I would like for him to improve that thing straight away. So Curly, if you would, I'm gonna straight up break him, because this thing, even though you might say, oh, but you can use this for Eclipse, this down in the third is great, but when you look at scoring content, having to upgrade this thing at least once is godlike. So you might have the best of reasons to have two. In my opinion, it's absolutely unnecessary to have two. Then, are there any other artifacts that could be doing exactly the same? Here we go. There is a similar one, and like I said, for the Eclipse side of things, sorry about that, the Twitch crashed. I am going to upgrade several of your artifacts because having two of them on different characters is good on the Eclipse side of things, but it will not make you the difference of getting 1 or 2 more gold ethers. I can guarantee you that much. It seems like you need more than one. Absolutely not the case. Same goes for this one. Especially upgrading this thing will increase your account straight away. So here's like whenever I do an account review, I don't have a specific route that I take. I have several things that I do to ensure that I know what account that we're looking at. But now that I looked at these artifacts, I already investigated some, and I thought to myself, well, no, this is what could instantaneously help him. Apple of a Goddess could be interesting on the PvP side of things on many characters, but then again is also one of these items that is never used by anyone anymore, sadly, because it's still an interesting item no matter how you look at it. He got a Dragon Doomstone. Does he have one equipped? That's the sad part, because I see so many items. I have a feeling that he has duplicates everywhere. That being said, now that we know is the more that we know. We got himself Estelle on a 3-star UT on a little bit of stars. TP 85. Okay, does he have any of these? We got 3 of those extra, so that could be quite good, but depending on what other characters might need investing, we could be looking at something more. Got himself Elias, all the unique treasures actually. I think this is based upon one of the events that came out. Good choice of picking up Elias so you can get yourself the TM gear that is required, but it doesn't look like you got gear for her. Let me write this down because Elias is one of the characters that needs increasing when you start doing both Apocalypsion, and it will be a treat for you to start out Galgoria. So Elias would need a magical defense gear. So that is point 1 that we need to work on. I'm gonna double check whether he has anything of those sorts, but if I see nothing, I will make one of those, and it looks like he doesn't. Okay, that's really good. It also means that we have to check whether he has the items to do so. Somebody asked me something that I hovered over. He has damage of normal attack, 25.95 and a 25.95. Now this isn't necessarily the best. It still increases your damage because a lot of things cater off of your normal damage, but somebody told me that his normal damage actually doesn't skills because of this. So whether it is the best one, I am very, very doubtful. The one thing that you could be looking for, the 25.95 on all would be very good for fights that aren't long. But the other TM skill that you should be looking out for is a 3 times 12 damage increase. That is for the longer fights. If he has that, that would be crazy. His main damage comes from his unique weapon procs. See, just taste it. Thanks for verifying. I didn't know exactly why, but now we do. So that is a little sad maybe, but overall not necessarily a problem, because within a few days we will get ourselves some TM gears, which you can literally do anything with, right? Hopefully even the stat lines will be good. So his DOK could be room for improvement. His Fall of Freight looking quite solid, except for the fact that the UT isn't that very well upgraded. However, he rushes a cooldown too, which then creates a pretty decent uptime. Now, the question is though, instantaneously, is this good enough? I'm gonna check that, and there's a very easy method to do so. You simply click the shield, and you're gonna look for the shield. And what you basically want is a 100% uptime on the shield. So the moment this thing lands once again, and it's every 10 seconds with a cooldown too, then it needs to be up once again. There's a loophole in this a little bit. Okay, so it's not 100% uptime, and he might be benefiting for getting at least a 3-star. So 3-star Fall of Fray UT2, or if you could get another cooldown 2 down. So 4-star is like the bare minimum if you don't have yourself any cooldown 2s. But if you can get your hands on some, that still might be very good for you to do so. I'm gonna double check if he has like an earring that works very well. Another thing, that if you have that thing to a 4-star, you could be running this one, but then for the Eclipse side of things. This way, your shield on your Fall of Fray will become enormous, and it will allow you to never die at that point, at least until wave like 60-ish. Then we got Isaiah. Does he have the right unique treasure? Okay, let me write that down. Isaiah. Need. What is it again? Is it UT3? Or is UT4? I have to double check. I only know what it looks by pictures actually. Pretty sad. Now, Rahartna, crazy character. One of the things that you do 100% need, for one, is the right build. If I had to build her right, applies effects to 6 allies. This is for your world boss if you use it for that. This one is for Eclipse. It's UT4. Thank you guys. This is why I got you guys in here, man. You guys are helping me out more than you guys know. Either attack. Let's just give her on some mana stuff. This is fixed for world boss. This would be fixed for Eclipse. So that's something that you could think about. The one thing I'm looking for on the Rahartna, which is a pretty easy fix, is cooldown 3. She doesn't need anything else. So if you got one piece, put it up there. You got more pieces, put it up there. Very easy to do so. Wait, that was a cooldown 1, right? What is up, brother? Yo, Orkasim, what's up, man? I'm chilling. Currently, we are doing an account review. I don't even know whether I started up. Oh, I started up the recording. That would actually smoke me. That being said, we got normal cooldown 3s. Do we have anything that might be very interesting? If we got a 5 attack up on 50, that would be pretty good for the Eclipse side of things. So I'm basically just running through a few characters that will increase everything by a big amount. Unfortunately, this one doesn't really suit it just yet. And we have to look at another cooldown 3s. Did I try out Plume? Yep. So for those of you who don't know, I play also Punishing Grave Raven. You can check out that game as well. Absolutely gorgeous game. Pretty free to play if you ask me. And Plume is one of his characters that will be newly coming out within a few days. And yeah, you could already get a sneak peek on her. Absolutely beautiful character overall. Wow, this thing is actually pretty nice when it comes to the Galgoria side of things if you put it on one of the characters. Now I'm just looking for something that we could use. If it doesn't add up, then we won't be using it. Sadly, no cooldown 3 is extra. Let's look through some orbs. And trying to optimize characters doesn't even mean that we have any type of ways knowing what kind of content he's struggling with. So I'm gonna ask the question to Curly, if he's still here anyway. Curly, what content are you currently struggling with? And it's easy for me to actually pick up on, but now that I'm looking at your characters, that might be worth a look. Got a secondary DPS, which is Panzeron. From the looks of it, no TM gear just yet. Let's see if there is anything that we can work with. I already got all of my black cards ready. Yo, I only need to do one summon, man. I'm already a pity, and I can get Plume straight away. Soul weapon usage limits, continuous damage, cooldown ones. Anything over here is quite bad. And I once received this question: is it actually better to get a set effect like this and wait for the TM sets instead? I still don't know the answer. Shockman, Hard Dragon, and Apocalypsean. Well, looking at your account, I do not think Apocalypsean would be within reach with your account just yet, but I will make sure that I will take you in a right step into the right direction. That is a given. Shockman and Hard Dragons, we will make that happen. But looking to the fact that you can already do this stuff, I don't think you need Hard Dragons at all, my dude. You just need to focus on your Panzeron if you want to do the whole thing. And I've heard or seen along the lines that DLK is capable enough of killing Apocalypsean itself. So something that might be worth considering onto the Apocalypsean side. Why the hell am I looking at rings though? Good job. Okay, so this one is interesting. 25.95. If you are working in a very limited time window, 25.95 is the best. DLK can kill with full penalties. That's good to know. Okay, so in terms of the TM side of things, you only have one item that is useful. You already locked it, which is good. Destroying those just by accident is one of the most horrible things that can happen. You got another 25.95 over here. You could end up using that and actually increase your damage on your Panzeron right as of now, which is nice. Got himself a Lowman. Does he have any magical defense gear? Wow, attack down, defense up. Beautiful. Defense per one enemy, attack up. And we need ourselves a another piece of gear that is 100% necessary, and that would be more defense downs or defense ups. Defense by 3 enemies, not one I need, unfortunately. And if I would have to give you something, I would always take the Ocelot over a Siegfried set. If you're starting out on the game, reason why you get way more beneficial stats on your tank, as well as cooldown reduction for whenever you block. So Ocelot in most cases are better in terms of progression than Siegfried would be to increase your damage. So that's something to take into account, but unfortunately this dude doesn't have any other pieces of gear that might be just as good. So this itself would need something as well if we want to work Ocelot. So Lowman full MDF gear is something that we need as well. All right, we got Yana up in the building, got some gear up here as well. HP for survivability, and all that we need from her is to just survive. She will allow the rest of the team to just stay alive, as well as maybe even mortal wound and lower critical resistance from Apocalypsean if we let it. Fulfra actually having a 5-star unique weapon. So this dude has been playing for a quite amount of time, because this was one of the weapons on the previous super pass, or at least that's what I'm assuming. He got Shay, Lobby Shay. I think overall Shay is quite necessary to some degree if you want to progress your account further, at least upon the Apocalypsean side of things. I see your violence is looking quite alright. I'm not sure about the okay. Cooldown 3s. Sadly, was not on the right character, but yo, 2 cooldown 3s looking quite fire. If this was a Seek set, it would be the most optimal, but unfortunately we cannot have all that we want, right? Outside of that, do we have any other characters that we want or need? Got a Rebel Claw, starting that one up, that's pretty good. Got a Kexel starting up as well. Got himself a Nikki, challenge raid. So if I have to look at the rest of your account, ooh, yourself a Celine. I'm not sure if you're starting that one up particularly, but from the looks of it, it seems also to be quite the hoarder account with no identity outside of the DLK and the Panzerone. So there are a lot of unique weapons that it could end up breaking, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you would increase whatever you're doing right now. So I'm not gonna do that just yet, but keep it in mind, Curly. If you really want me to progress any further, I might have to break some of these weapons. Then again, the developer said in the newest development note that having more characters is actually going to be better. Keep that one in mind. That being said, do we have any other resources that we can spend? Well, Roy could still be upgraded, and he is the best world boss one to do it. Too much resources spread out. Yeah, that's what I think about as well. Overall, this account could do a little bit better if we upgrade these things to higher ends. For one, we could increase the Fallen Freight to a 5-star. We got a few unique weapons just lying around that we can upgrade. Break all of them if needed. Alright, so we're just gonna go and try and get as far as we possibly can. We're gonna start out with Shockman actually, if I want to do so. You got some soul weapons left. Something that needs checking is where is this Isaiah in the process. I see a Celine. Anything else that is needed? Nope. Anything else is garbage. Got himself a Lua, a unique weapon ticket. This, in my opinion, should either go to May or Valence because those are the two most broken NPCs right now. As for anything else, I cannot look at empty or like these boxes, man. If people are not using it, I just can't. So we're gonna open things. I'm not OCD like this, but oh man, but it just boggles me, man. I would honestly keep Greenery though. Greenery is one of the most broken, diverse heroes that is currently in the game, and yeah. I'm gonna ask a question toward the people. Oh, Nikki UT2, interesting. Got another UT2, I think, of Isaiah. That's pretty good. This is Maria. The rest of them are good or trash. Okay, so we wouldn't be using that. Unique treasures. This is why you open those, because looking at that, you can increase your stuff. I see artifacts. So Vel'Khazar artifacts, how far did you get on that one? Alright, Infernal Whip. Did he also get the sword? He also got one sword. Won't be using that all that much. Feather could be increased as well. Yo, I see so many things that we can gamble on. Curly, are you a gambler by any chance? Because seeing failures like those are unnecessary. If you want to go 100% route, let me know in the chat. Sorry that I failed that one though. That being said, Infernal Whip is the first thing that you need to start out with. However, if you are a PvP player instead, Infernal Greatsword is a better investment along the way. But if you want to try and get yourself any type of gear, then guess what? Infernal or this whip is the best one. So Curly Base is a gambler, which is the one thing that I do. Contrary to popular belief, I'm not gonna gamble on the very first ones because I hate seeing this one fail. So we're gonna make this a 1-star, 2-star at 100%, because if I would only end up with a 2-star over here, it seems like such an utter waste. So going for 100% on this is the most safe way on artifacts that are very rare, and this is one of them. So technically we could get ourselves a 4-star. That would be stream of luck. This just, it wasn't meant to be. Trying to get this one up can be quite the hassle. We made it work, and I saw something interesting which we could do as well. Curly, are you by any chance a PvP player or not? Are you? No, you're not a PvP player. I saw your rankings. You're not. So then you have your Lewis artifact ticket. Not many people have these, but if you are pay to win and are willing to pay a little bit for this game, there are a few artifacts that you could take into consideration. I would not take this for any of the world bossing ones. No, there are only 2 of them which I would say you could need. Christmas Star Ornament, which is a PvP one. Infernal Whip is the other one that you should get. That being said, nothing else is quite needed. However, another thing that you could do basically is go for an event artifact ticket. Pumpkin Struck Evil Spirit is debatable. It's still pretty good. Another one that could come to mind is, what the hell is that thing? I can't even remember. Abyssal Breath is also pretty good, to be honest. But yeah, just as Just Taste has said it, I would only use it for Vel'Khazar tickets because these are the rarest ones of all. But we're gonna try and 4-star this thing. It would be mad lucky if we do hit it. The fact that we got a 3-star is also already pretty lucky overall. But for now, it seems pretty good. Vel'Khazar is much harder to farm. Exactly my point, my dude. Vel'Khazar tickets are so rare. If you are in a lobby guild. Okay, here we go. Watch the show. Can we 4-star this? That would be awesome. Hey, yo, just take this. This is a good start of my day. Okay, what can we get more, man? Now I'm getting anxious. Can we get some more of this? That being said, Mountain of Fortress, sadly we cannot get anything that is mighty good. Blessing of Earth can be used. I'd rather keep the Earth of Protection if you don't have one already. If you already have one, I'd go for the Blessing of Earth because upgrading the other one is absolutely useless. So let me double check if he has the artifact that is required. Do you have one? You don't have one. This is practically a PvP artifact, if anything, but having one into your inventory might help you out in the longer run. Allows you to play different builds, especially on the side of burst. So taking one of these is definitely not a bad option. The Proteana's artifacts, there is literally not one thing that is good. I used to actually get Guardian Crystal of the Deep to put it on my Glenwish, thinking that all of the defense will run into attack will actually be something amazing. I would just keep this in your inventory to show. However, the Xanados artifact, unfortunately we cannot take the breath, but we can take a crown, so we will take this one. And you could think about this one as a artifact that is equal to a Vel'Khazar artifact tickets, which would apply the same rules. In that sense, you would rather want to have this one on 100%, and the only way on how we do this is the 100%. However, if we don't have it, we will gamble once again, because hitting that 25%, yo, it got me hype. It got me feeling like we got some more luck on this account. Then again, he has more. I did not see a breath on him, so we're gonna buy one Abyssal Crown to get him to a 100% on 2-star. And we're gonna put the same things on Abyssal Breath, which is another artifact that is 100% necessary. So that being said, time to upgrade some shimmies. Here we go. Watch the show. Where the hell are these? There you go. He has a 0-star breath. Okay, so we gamble that one because we can for the viewers. Now I'll let Curly decide. Dude, do we actually gamble on the breath? Because I want to, man. I did not see the breath though. Where did you see it? Did I look over that one? Didn't think he had one. Am I missing something? He had a Heart of the Abyss. I think I'm missing something. Did you have one in the storage box? Nope. No gambles. So this thing will increase your damage quite significantly if you start using that on World Boss, which will then in turn increase your daily ruby income, which will also increase all of your resources that you will get in the long run as well. Nice. So that being said, what else do we have? We got a Velk or Shackman artifact ticket. Now he doesn't seem to be like a PvP player, but the one thing that I feel like is that the otherworldly sword is currently overshadowed by the Dragon Doomstone because it's permanent. It cannot get dispelled. It's way better. So in that aspect, I would rather go for the otherworldly helm if you ever want to try and go for some PvP side of things. So that to me is still one of the better things. Also, once you are running challenge raid and you still cannot kill it into a certain aspect because your tank dies, put this thing on there, allow for your team to get buffs, and this artifact will be able to get you through the first phase of the fight as well. So it's still really good. Gamble feeling, look, oh, my dude is over here. Curly, is there any reason why you haven't PvP'd yet? Let me know, man. Let me double check on Mr. Wins. Maybe you can log in, verify first, and do it later. Nope. Alright, so might not even do the second account review as well. Okay, then I'll have to go and look at the chat for a little bit with a question. We got so many artifacts. Which is this? Unique weapon or treasure for Zara? Let's just get a unique weapon on her. I like her. I like me some of this. What is this? Unique weapon or unique treasure, Hilda? Well, I'd rather get unique weapons for no particular reason, but since it is a starting account, he needs more unique weapons than unique treasures on a lot of characters. Repeat, Zara, my girl, yep. Because, yeah, we could get another unique treasure out of the way, but since you only get 200 of unique treasure fragments anyway, it seems better to now do a unique weapon instead. So we could then later upgrade the rest. However, there still needs to be a ooh, NPC hero ticket, nice. That being said, that's pretty good. Let's open up some boxes that I don't want to see here. We got ourselves some of this. Do we have anything else that we can like use? We got ourselves now 25k rubies. I wouldn't necessarily spend it just now. I usually get clapped and give up on PvP unit I want to work on. Okay, so if you got yourself DOK, if you start investing into Rebel Claws, your Fallen Fray is already pretty built. Put a Valence in there, you will get Master Rank like every week, which is something that you should not be leaving out on. So you have potential, my dude. Don't forget that you have potential. That means here I see a Soul Judgment and I saw another one. Yo, yoink. Ah! What is this? Since he is physical, Kane seems to be the one that will be benefiting the most. However, it's not a character that you would want to invest into. Curly, do you want to have Kara or Rodina by any chance so I don't have to pick for you? Because the pull itself is not that great. You're almost 85t damage with her in World Wars 3, trying to get at least 200t, hoping the new stuff boosts it. You know what? Could be. We're not gonna stay long with this one. On the world boss side of things, Kara could then be used if you do build her. And I did not see if you had any anything for Kara in the long run anyway. My memory doesn't serve me that well. I think Kara would be the safest pick of all. Because this can still be broken down for a Violent Soul weapon. So, that being said, that's still pretty good. You got yourself some Halloween artifact tickets. You can get whatever you want. Technically, if you're more PvE than PvP, Pumpkin Struck Evil Spirit would do you a huge amount of increasing on your scoring content. Later on, I would rather transition into PvP side of things. That is when the Angry Pumpkin Head will come in. Or if you want to say like, yo, I want a PvP straight away, then Angry Pumpkin might be better, but only if it gets to a 3 or even 4 star. Swordman, yo, thanks for the follow, my friend, and welcome to the family. We are going to get this one on a 100% basis, yo. Because once again, artifact tickets are very hard to come by. Oh, we just broke this game too. Nice. So that unfortunately did not unfold the right way I wanted to. Sad. And we are already half an hour in. We didn't even touch any content. Damn. And we got so many things to upgrade. The real question is going to be like which characters are we going to add to his roster to allow for maximum gain? because I think his DLK will be able to collab like a lot of stuff. How can somebody tell me how good is DLK in Big Shockman? He said Lucicio. I don't think his account would benefit from a Lucicio. In all fairness, I would rather see him upgrade either his Kazuo or his Rebel Claws to clap down anything that is Shockman. And since both Kazuo and DLK will be capable enough to kill Apocalypsion, that would be equally good as well. And I think overall I'm edging more toward DLK or Rebel Claws. DLK can do Big Shock 9 also. Like, those are the pieces of information that we need. Well, he doesn't have a flow unit just yet. True. Then again, there are a lot of characters who can be built for flow. Lucy would be beneficial, especially since he already has a 2-star. But what is more beneficial to get enough characters who can help him out tank that stuff. But yeah, that will be for the later parts. Did that pumpkin increase? I think it did. Yep, so we don't have to look at that. And it would be nice to do Aslan. Where does Rebel Claws rank against other physical characters on Big Shock Man? I don't think Rebel Claws is that good because Big Shock Man doesn't have any defenses. And truth be told, I've never tried Rebel Claws out in that game mode. So I would say gutter trash. Will the live stream be uploaded on YouTube? Yes, sir. So if you want to watch things back, you can, my dude. No problem at all. NPC unique weapon ticket. I saw May with a 0-star unique weapon. Now, the real question is, how much better is Valence than May? And I think he would be benefiting from both of them on 2-star. I think it would be benefiting from both on 2-star. We could once again be gambling, but since I already see several things that that is just piquing my interest, I'd rather have you have more characters diversified than one upgraded to absolute maximum. Then again, another thing that we could do is get May to a 1-star and try. Just taste it. Think about it like this. May gets significantly better once her unique weapon is upgraded, because yes, you say cooldown reduction, right? Imagine this. How much time would it take for a 0-star unique weapon, which is 1.4 second cooldown, in comparison to a 3.6 second cooldown on ramping up your S1 to get into this one 10 times or 15 times even? Because the difference is humongous. Knowing that the longer the fight on challenge raids take, the longer the fight that Apocalypsion takes, the higher damage that they do. So the faster that she ramps up with all of the non-hero damage, her unique weapon is of absolute significance. Same can be said for World Boss 3, same can be said for all of the World Bosses combined anyway. The higher you have this, the faster you have this one up, the higher damage that you will do. So the unique weapon definitely is of significance. The other thing that you could say is like, but what about Valence? What about this lady? This lady is quite significant into having the rest of your team survive. Overall, the question is really like, how much does it increase in contrast? I am gonna be truthful on this. I don't know which one is better. I think they both are on equal value, but in different significance. Because Valence will, one, get you more survivability on the TM raids, for one. And May will get you higher scoring damage overall with the unique weapon. So, like I said, both of them have their significance. But we only have one more gamble, if you will. Gotta double check. I might be able to 100% this. Let's go. Presents. We got not enough. Sad day. May is still better for all content. I would find it a very hard debate, my dude. I cannot necessarily say like, yo, this one is better. I find that very hard to say. I wouldn't worry about scoring this early into the game. the scoring itself is not really the reason why I say like, oh shit, this is good. I'm talking about ways to improve your overall account, because let's say the difference between yo, you haven't even started. Yo, at least do your world bosses on auto, my dude. That is wasted your account, my guy. You can just auto this. Like, even the difference between rank 5,000 and this is still 100 rubies that you can usually use, and over time, or like just 100 rubies doesn't seem to be a lot, but do that over a year, that will still allow you to do an extra pull. It's still something, and it's easily acquired too. And the same could be said for doing any other content, right? You're trying to increase your account, optimize whatever, and those seem to be of quite big significance. Then we saw your fall of rate on a low star UT2. I think that was one of the first things that I would upgrade on any account. Reason why is that you get maximum survivability off it. Fall of Rey is one of the best characters in the game if you want to go for a global side of things, and for Big Shockman it will be of help as well. So doing this is never a bad thing. I'm going to, I saw 2-star there, right? I'm going to do 3, and that will get you to a 4-star. But her unique weapon would be good at love for any long enough content. True, but World Boss 3 is not. Same for challenge rate if you have to solo it too. Because if you cannot get into the scoring board on that one. Wait. How was it, that one? You thought I would, didn't you? Thought so. Alright, so, what? I was about to say, can we just one-shot this one? Okay, the luck is finally diminishing. I almost got a heart attack, man. Ew, we got it. Nice. So that thing came up to a 4-star. Since he is using the UT2 cooldown, you might be able to transfer this to another character and go for shield 25s, which will increase your overall survivability as well. Didn't actually look at all of the shield 25s if he had any, but still it's something that is worth mentioning. The Ring of Allure could be upgraded as well, but since he can get a 5-star unique treasure out of the new boxes, that is something worth noting as well. However, he could be using this artifact for Rebel Claws in the future as well next week, so keep that one in mind. That being said, what other characters do we need to improve? Well, for one, we need a Mei on at least a 3 to 4-star unique treasure on the UT2. Technically, if we have the possibility, I would get a 3 to 4-star unique treasure on Valos as well, and I'd rather go for 3 or 4-star unique weapons instead of going straight to a 5 with his current investment, because overall a 4 to 5-star unique weapon or treasure will not benefit you unless you are rocking a unique weapon of your main damage dealer. That is one of my visions, and I'd rather see the increases of survivability than straight up see the damage go up on those characters. So knowing that we need some of these, why don't you 10-star DLK, assuming that's his main DPS? Like I said, generally spreading the damage throughout other things seems to be better. However, the one thing that I don't know is of what significance his DLKS4 is, because what does it do? Non-hero damage? Oh, that's actually pretty good. Yep, you're right. However, like, does that equal? I'm conflicted, because you do make a good point. However, if I had to put this against having 2 4-star unique treasures on one of the most sought out characters in the game, which is Mei and Valence, it doesn't seem to equal up, right? And the chance of you getting 2, at least 3 or even 4 stars is plausible with the 24 on this and 10 on this. So if the truth is we are God divided in a material world, and all this experience of limited power is to entertain a boredom of loneliness, what would you think? I think we have to dissect that damn question, because I was not ready for this right now. I don't even use Mei, but I have to use Valence to use her, of course. Damn, that question caught me off guard. Okay, let me read it again. If the truth is we are God divided and material world and all this experience of limited powers to entertain our boredom and or loneliness, what would you think? Let me put this into different terms. Is it due to our own loneliness? Because it stems down from the question like what is our life's purpose? On a question like, is there even purpose at all? Right? Because that is what the question like entitled or like boils down to in a general sense. Because let's say there is no purpose, then what is there to do? Is it to entertain our boredom and loneliness? Then it would be yes. But fundamentally it still doesn't make any sense because we don't know where we came from or where we are headed. So if there is such a thing as purpose, then that question doesn't apply. Then again, how does someone get an account review? What you do, you go down below, check the Discord link, and what you do is you message me on the Discord. It's a $20 deposit, and I log into your account. I look at the questions that you send me and I try to upgrade your account. That's it. That being said, I'm still conflicted. I would get that thing to a 4-star if anything. Because once again, it seems too much of a hassle to go to a 5-star straight away knowing what kind of resources it takes to get it. I would rather increase the other things a little bit more than to just get a 5-star on his main damage dealer instead. Because 4 stars equals better. And I think it's possible. Like if I say like 1 5-star on DLK with whatever, get Vals and whatever UT first. I'm assuming I'm gonna hit this. I don't know why. Damn it. Okay. See, and this. There we go. I'll still take those. This isn't bad. Is it break even? I don't know. However, I still like it. So going up for the priest, and there's also his Estelle that needs working on for more non-hero damage, and the same goes for his Isaiah. Needs another one. So the one thing that I'd rather do is actually get a lot of 3 stars to get his account rocking up to be able to do a lot of BS. Where did these characters go? Damn it. They're new characters. They're all the way down. Or they're NPC characters. That being said, starting out with 7 of the cakes. Yo, it feels so good to just say, I don't even have to touch content. I don't have to max any gear. All I need to do is just invest. So, if you got a Mei, she scales with attack and gives that to other characters. So what we're looking at, I got, wow, 6% attack, 7% attack. Do we have? Can we get a 9? Can we get an 8? Fine, I'll take the 7, no problem, beautiful. So we're gonna add this one and crank it up all the way through. Defense on all is pretty good. I'm kind of mad that I missed out on the month of free ethers. I'd be mad as hell if I did so as well. Now, these are unique treasures. They're very easy to come by. So getting a 50-50 if you want to gamble, truthfully so, is very easy to do. And yeah, so far that's pretty nice. Can we get this one into a 4-star? That would be absolutely ridiculous. You got the Discord. Very good, very good. We had to fill at one point, didn't we? Can we get a 50%? Okay, that's still good, but I'm not going over this one once again, so we're gonna do the other ones first. Go by the priests. Wait, was the priests? No, it was mechanic. And there's only one that Valence needs, and that is increasing all of the non-hero damage that we currently have. We're gonna take 6 of these instead of 7 to try and get that 3, maybe even 4-star if possible. We do get an attempt, but then we go over and check out his Estelle. Now, truth be told, do I know the actual math on what is better, going from 3 to 4 star or whatever? I do not quite know. The way that I do this to upgrade is everything 0 star to 3, then a 1 star on 3 to 4, and then 2 stars, 1 star from 4 to 5, then rest 0 stars. That's it. There's a lot of people that end up asking, okay, since we got another try on this, I might go for 4 stars straight away. There you go. That's beautiful. Yo, we hit a lot of 25%, man. I am digging this, which could in turn allow us to go even further and beyond. Estelle is another one. Boss damage increase or whatever the hell it is. How many do we need of this? We could definitely increase the Cobra's like, this luck is a BS. Yeah, I know, man. This is streamer luck. Doesn't even apply always, so if you think about getting yourself an account review, don't think that this will happen imminently. Alright, we take 4 of these and it's gonna work. I might even consider getting May's unique treasure to a 4 star. Because still at the end of the day, it's extra crit, which is then long orangey trash. Ooh. Hey, the aim. Still possible for 4. Not possible for 4. Damn it! Well, since we got 1 more, I cannot leave this on a 3 star right now because I got something in the inventory. So. The thing we gotta do. Yo, Cobra, question: how mad would you be if I hit this? But I'm a gambler at heart, man. The moment I see fill rate bonus, I'm like, no, man, I'll get it next time. Oh, this is such a bad gambling addiction, man. It's crazy. Can we get the dopamine rushing right now? How far are we in? We're 46 minutes in. I didn't even touch a single piece of content. Anyway, Curly, how are you liking this so far? And are you holding up? Are you sweating? Are you gliding on the edge of your seat? Yo, I don't want to keep doing this like it. Please let me just upgrade. It had to backfire at one point, didn't it? But we're gonna force it. I'll use my one to keep putting it up. Oh, shit. Talk about juvenile, man. I like the reaction though. That was good. Yo, where the hell did Estelle go? Wait, is she backline? I forgot. Yes. All right. Still, so far, the luck on this account pretty good. So this allows me to go for Mayon a little bit. Do we have to go anywhere memory lane for some of these characters that might be useful? There's one that might be worth noting, especially on the Apocalypsean side of things. This isn't 100% noteworthy, but I'll just give this to you guys for suggestion, right? So technically the Apocalypsean has some block in there, and there's a character who can negate that is Lowman. So 500 block reduction. This artifact is actually something that is noteworthy, but only if you are running against things that have physical block. Now, if you are having some trouble with the Fire Dragon, because supposedly that's where the whole thing comes from, this is still useful. So we're gonna get one Lowman on this one, just for safety measures. Whether this will be used everywhere else, I do not quite know. I don't know all of the ins and outs, but yeah, this is something that is a pretty neat quirk to use on your Lowman overall. That being said, what I need right now is more, which means a lot, of Presto. But since all of those unique treasures are straight away a 4-star, the other thing that I could technically do is go for his Isaiah, because he's starting to build her. She's a really good character overall, and she is once again necessary for Apocalypsion to mitigate a lot of damage and will allow you to do a lot of damage in the process as well, which in turn will give you a lot of damage to World Boss if you use her over there, because her scaling is pretty good. We were doing that maze stuff first though, because I'd honestly just invest into Isaiah after this, because this game, especially if you look at the progress side of things, oh wow, I would like to get that one locked. Thank you very much. And okay, that didn't work. Thank you. So I don't have to do those sit-ups, man. Like at some point, I'm like, please don't work. I don't want to do sit-ups right now, man. I already have a very good day, but please don't let this mess up. Oh, NPCs in the building. Thankfully, I saw this. Ew, I didn't even know you had this. Now, technically, we could go for a 5-star if this one works, but it seems a little bit like a waste to do so, but very helpful. And get another one on my pop. Okay, now's the time where I don't have to do any sit-ups, so you better work. Can we get this one to work, please? Yo, I think I sucked up all the luck, man. What is this? Well, this is the last one of these artifact pieces, which in turn will allow me to, if this works, it will allow me to attempt some other, like Isaiah or some other stuff. But this is what the normal looks should look like, honestly. Like, it had to happen. It had to happen. Raised all the way down. At least we now know where the piece of cake is, which is not a piece of cake anymore. Very bad. Very bad. Yo, 30% seems doable, right? Damn it. It's just for a few pieces of crit chance. What the hell? Is it that valuable in contrast to maybe the UT of Isaiah? I don't think so. So technically, if this one fails, I would just say taking the fail bonus and do Isaiah instead, because this was just crit chance. It seems like a little bit. Okay. The RNG not working today. My dude, you actually got a lot of luck already today, man. Let's face it. We already got a few good things. So, at this point, for that few pieces of crit rate, it is actually better to get more non-hero damage, if anything. So, the last pieces will be set on this one. And it's not necessarily the last even, because we could still blow a lot of things out of the water. Now, instead of going for attack on this, we need HP, because guess what? She scales with HP. The more HP that you have, the more that you give damage to your main attacker. Very good. The 18% recovery would be another one that would be quite viable, because it is a maximum roll, and then you can reforge this one onto max as well. But since we don't have that just yet, hint, and we got ourselves HP increase, even though it was a 7 roll. Can we get greedy a little bit? Sad. It's always sad whenever you see 50% is not working, man. But we got ourselves a break even. That's still pretty good. Technically, we can get ourselves a 4-star if it works. He said get Isaiah. Yo, Blaziken. I think you're a little bit late, bro. I think you're a little bit late. That being said, are there any artifacts that won't be used? Alright, as of now, this won't be used. This is a Rodina, probably. Yep. Well, if her. Maria won't be used. Nikki won't be used. Probably just broke another one of those. Burnham is still a monster, but yeah, it won't be used as well. This one won't be used. I don't think he will build Burnham at any time. And Visca will be blown up. If we need another one, that might be something worth mentioning. But for now, we get another try to get ourselves into a 4-star. If this all works, it will be godlike. That means that he can fully focus on a 4-star on his mate. The Lords of Chaos. I'd rather get another try on this, but let's face it, chances of this actually working, it's literally 25%. And here we go. Here we go. Hey! Yo! Oh my goodness gracious, that's nasty. So that in itself is really, really good. There's a few things that we could work on as well. We will have to check, especially on the apocalypse side of things, that we need several items that need our work. Unfortunately, we don't have the UT2, which is something that I would be very much obliged to make, because this thing needs to be a 4-star, but you need a UT2 to make sure that you hit all the time. Curly bases, let go! By the way, how does Isaiah give more damage for HP? I thought it was a gimmick on her unique weapon. I can't remember, it was a gimmick somewhere. Or wasn't it? I can't remember, I thought it was somewhere. No, never mind, her healing skills with this. My bad. Alright. But it's still pretty good. I thought it was damage that would increase. My bad, my bad, my bad. That being said, what else do we have? We got some unique weapons that we could be working with. Anything else? We got a 1-star unique weapon as well, which can be used to anything else. It's just that it heals in S1 shield that skill with HP. Yeah, I thought that was one thing that skills with that, so, but it wasn't damage. Sad. Then again, it also means that I don't have to reforge a lot of shit, so that's pretty good. We got some techno magic reforge skill sets. But there isn't necessarily anything that I need to do right now. Few things that I have to actually do. So he wants to get into the apocalypse inside of things, and we were looking for something with a lot of magical defense, and we will have to check whether he has anything that looks like it. Got a lot of reforged tickets. I'd rather not use that on items that he will throw away into the future. So that being said, I am just looking for something that he could be using right for now. So Loman, no main. Does he have anything else? He got this one on magical defense. This could be reforged. That could actually be pretty good for you to do so. So this piece, fully cocaine. He got enough gold to sustain this whatsoever. So this will be a first piece that will be onto your apocalypse inside. Then we have another need, fully magical defense. Beautiful. I'm not sure whether you were aware that this was necessary, but 100% great item. You will have to improve this to maximum star. But this one will be set to Luman. Then we need another one, because frankly, you need another few pieces of this. Nice. You got another few magical defense on this. I'm not sure whether you did this on purpose. I have a feeling you do this one on the Galgoria side of things, that you use Requena for that. Wouldn't recommend it by any chance, but it is plausible, yes. Does he have anything magical defense? Well, technically, this piece ain't even half bad, to be honest, because you will need HP. watch one of your old videos and seen they needed magical defense. Beautiful. As long as you are aware, that is pretty good. But I would definitely say if your Loma cannot survive anything, put him onto this gear. And if you have by any chance a legendary rune, no, you probably cannot even get that just yet. Get yourself enough magical defense to allow your T5 Dark to soak up the damage, then give magical defense to the rest of your team. This will in turn allow you to survive both Apocalypsion and Galgoria onto the higher stages. So that is pretty good. So that is catered. However, there's another character that does exactly the same, and that will be Elias. So unfortunately, I don't think you have the items to really do exactly the same. So there are a few items that I would prioritize, and that would be the chest piece and the orb. And why not the secondary piece and the necklace? Because these pieces can be this, right? It could be pieces that are upgradable, because the base of a Blessing of Authority hood is 2.7k, and this one on maximum is 2.2. So base stats are way low. If you get yourself a Reclaim gear, it is even more ridiculous. So 36k in comparison to a 19.3 or 22.7. Maximize this one up on all the stars. Guess what? More base magical defense. And the reason why I'm addressing this is very simple, and that would be you got two of these. Beautiful. So that means we can go Dark Legion robe, fully magical defense. And would that necessarily say, oh, then I don't need the other ones? No, you can use the other tickets that don't need any reforging. Because yeah, you could reforge it. Yeah, it could allow you to do a little bit better this than in the third. But truth be told, you don't have to, because you already got a lot of base magical defense to allow a lot of stuff to work. Magical defense full. Open it up, crank it, yoink, 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 and there we go. We go back to Eliasu. We go here, we check out the new. We say unlock it. Thank you very much. Go to the orb, do exactly the same thing. So now you are in a search, which will be part of your homework currently, to find yourself to reclaim pieces of possibly Ocelon, if you can, and then reforge them into significant pieces. You could take either magical defense or HP. Technically, I would take magical defense because of stat value. If you don't have enough magical block, well, doesn't really matter. Then the other thing that you can also do, depending on how many you have, I saw that you farmed a few, is try and use legendary enchantment scrolls. You could use the lower ones first to get yourself a very high up first stat, but once again, not entirely necessary, but it is something. Wow, near max roll. Beautiful. Where is the magical? Wow, it's not a max roll. Are you serious? Yoink, magical defense. Then we go up to the other one. I'll give you some homework and do this one for yourself, because I could keep doing this, but it would be wasting anybody's time, especially mine. Sorry about that. But you know what to do after this. Magical dodge, useless. We take the highest stat value. So if you get a max roll, you can then not roll that stat once again, which means take up a max and then find a stat that you want, which is magical defense in this case. We could take magical dodge. It does absolutely nothing for a Ocelon or Galgoria raid. Maybe just dodge one. I'm not even sure if they have 100% hit rate. Attack necessarily is not bad, because she scales with attack onto magical defense as well. However, we don't have a high unique weapon on her, which in turn means that she isn't as good. The real question is, though, what am I going to do with the unique weapons? Because there is Shay, and I think that Shay is still necessary onto that piece of content. Reason why is that her S1 on full trance will give you what is it, 70% damage reduction, which is absolutely obnoxious. And although she requires a very specific wow, lowest of low. Beautiful. We still have a few tickets left, but that's not something that I will touch. That being said, we have so many unique weapons, and this will guarantee you up a 5-star practically everywhere, so we have options, to be told, or truth be told. Could we upgrade Fall Afraid to a 5-star? We could. Can we even like how is your, because Fall Afraid will add to survivability if anything, but to add to the survivability you would both need to upgrade her unique weapon as well as the enhancement to the whole thing, and that also means that you gotta advance it. So I am not sure whether she is capable enough of allowing you to survive a nuclear blast, because that is basically the aim that I have for her. Like, she needs to be capable enough to allow you to live through anything and everything. However, if I look at the bright side of things, we can actually use her as well on Big Enchantment to lower down the mana, create survivability in contrast with violence, because she is CC immune for most of the part. And then we have nothing else that I really entirely need. Shade, like I said, could be used, but the real question is, who do I like better? Could I could increase this. The all damage increase of the target is nice. The healing of Isaiah goes up, which in turn will turn her to be a little bit better as well. So if I had to say so, if you want to allow her to do a little bit better on the healing side of things and allow her to be applied in, let's say, Big Shockman, for instance, then upgrading her doesn't seem to be like that bad of an investment. But does she really need all or everything? Or could we go for a 5-star on one of these characters? Main damage dealers, if you will. Curly Base, is there any other character damage dealer that you want to upgrade? Because we have the option to do so, but to me it's not a necessity, because all of the other characters are pretty much doable the way they are. Like, Estelle could be done for her attack speed, which makes her buff go to 100% uptime, but also not 100% necessary neither. How is your Glenwiz? Good question. Do you even have Glenwiz? Didn't think I see her. You don't have a Glenwiz! Why did I not see this? She's not a necessity, but for little Big Sharkman, godlike character. Another thing that I might have overlooked would be Roharna's unique treasure. It's not necessarily bad, but it's something that I could think about, especially because this question was near the Shockman side of things. I'm down for anyone. I have all heroes, just not upgraded. Yep, that's true. If I had to give you a pointer here and there, let's go for Isaiah 3-star, Elias 3-star, since it's quite near anyway. We could think about 4 stars on both of them, and then start investing into your Shay, because you also want to do Apocalypsion in the near future. I think that would be overall the best course of action. So we got some unique weapons. We are going for Elias first. And you might be thinking, why only healers 12? What the fuck? Which is true. And how much is Elias really going to do when she's just a 4-star, not even 8 to 20? Also true. Like, there's no much debate on that. But if you want to create survivability, this is a way to go. Of course that happened. Now I'm forced. I have to get this thing to a 4-star. Damn it. Gambling addictions? Very bad. Took it home, 4-star in the building. Now I'd go Isaiah first, assuming that I will get a 4-star on that one as well. So we're gonna use a lucky number 7. Yoink. Okay, can we get this one to work? Cause this is 100% you dummy. Still profit for that 4-star, 100%, man. Like the fact that we got pretty lucky overall in this account review is beautiful, man. Because the one thing that sucks is whenever you're like, yay, account review, and then everything starts failing, my dude, and people then paid you to do this stuff because, well, I did this because otherwise I'll be flooded with requests that I cannot uphold, right? Like even now that I started making these videos more frequently, I got myself a queue for people that want me to do this stuff. And it is always questionable whether I'm the right person or somebody else should be doing that. But let's face it, if there are this many people still queuing up wanting these account reviews, I guess I'm doing something right. Don't jinx it, Cobra! Oh! Overall, man, we're looking at some crazy look, man. I'm liking this. I'm liking this a lot. So getting this one to a 4-star as well seems to be mad beneficial. And like I said, overall, I think we can get Shade to a 4-star, which is the bare minimum as well. Which could also make me think like, yo, why are you not just aiming for a 3-star Isaiah, then go for 4-star Shade first, then do Isaiah? Well, it's true. Now that I think about it, I might or should be able to do that as well. However, we're gambling. Okay, no, we're going for the Shade one first, because let's face it, like this is going to increase the healing capacity of it, and the all damage increases, but on the long run, it doesn't really add us that much. Now we can luckily destroy some things. He can eat one. We go for this one now. Fall of Frey is still in there. We could make that a 5-star if we are lucky, but it doesn't seem to be like anything necessary as of now. Jane could be saved. I saw that you were using a Mora. Nyla is even low level, so that's something that we don't need. We got 2k of these. To be honest, if you want Shay, you need to perform a 5-star unique weapon. If you that's if you auto her. She could still perform. But you can do this on a pocket watch, honestly. Okay. Swan Haiti. Schwan. But 4-star is capable. I've tried this way in the past. Is she still using every content? Yes. Does she shine in every content? Yes. Is she better than everybody else? Hell no. So that's something that you have to consider. Wow. Are we having one of these again? I thought not. Let me do a 4-star, damn it. Yeah, exactly. You can always run 3% CDR on a 4-gear Shade to help as well with the lower unique weapon. Definitely true statement there, Winter Siege. Thanks for that ad. I even forgot about that. It will be funny that I get it on the last one, right? Sad day. If we can get both a 4-star, man, that would be an absolute blast. And we haven't even... Like we're 1 hour into the video, 1 hour 12 minutes. I haven't touched a piece of content. At this point, Curly, you might say like, yo, you upgraded my account. I want to do this myself, which is possible. I'll go let you do it. So you can solve a piece of the puzzle yourself. It's something that you could, that I'll leave open to you. Otherwise, I'll break the damn game for you. And we got so many other unique weapons that we can break to try and attempt that 4-star. So we're gonna force ourselves in there, man. Just raw. Little nice, cool, bro. Did I not just say I'd break the damn game? We actually did. It forced closed on us. It had to happen, man. It had to. How's the new video doing? So for those of you who don't know, I posted a new video about the update. Wow, there's a dislike in there, you damn bastard. So for those of you who are unaware, check this video out. If you guys want to help me, drop a like, my dude. Helps the algorithm, helps a lot of people to see. Better yet, if you don't want to help me but want to help the game, drop a like. Or drop a like and a comment. Helps out, man. Helps the algorithm, helps people get this thing pushed to their mobile phones to see like, yo, Twit had to say something about some iffy jazz, man. Yo, if I look right now and that shit is upgraded, damn it! We got one unique weapon left. Are we gonna cry my eyeballs out? Will do for sure. Darna, yo, thanks. Appreciate it. Yo, can we get it? I don't want to necessarily break anything that I don't have to. Like, this is what the normal luck on getting a 4-star looks like. And it's still even above average, if anything. So, getting a 4-star on that, pretty good. The one thing that we do, however, need is another unique treasure. So, I'd have to look everywhere to try and break some things that we can then use instead. Did you not have one of these already? I highly doubt that you will go for some min-maxing on everything. So we're gonna just break this. Yoink. Then we need 2 more. Now Nikki is a character very good, very gracious, and very great on her presence. But the problem is that you don't need those artifacts. The only one that you need is the UT1 for healing rate reduction on challenge raid. Outside of that, she is pretty garbage. Now, the reason why you take this unique treasure is for a very particular reason, and that is Apocalypsion, and because of the extra accuracy. Another thing that you will have to double check. Can get some random UT from lab recess since yesterday. You are right on the money on that one. Dude, you're giving so much good advice to me as well. But that means that I gotta run content. Mainly all heroes are equipped with UTs and unique weapons. Technically right now I don't have to break shit. It's doing good. The only thing that we have to do is get a little bit of our Shay and crank her up to the way she's supposed to be. Cooldown 3, absolutely beautiful piece, but I'm gonna look whether you have anything that we can optimize any further. If not, getting that piece to a little bit of attack speed would be the most beautiful thing that we can think of. Accuracy isn't necessary, even though I just said it could help. Ooh, shield increase. Nicer, nicer. But the other thing that we could use is not shield increase, but it could be this, because we are going to need a lot of mana recovery. That one is nice. All defense down, all attack down, defense up could be decent. So I'm going to just try and give him a little bit of gear that will then in turn work with Apocalypsion. So we're looking at something that will still give me defense, either MP per second or HP attack speed. Now this thing is pretty nice because it has both HP and attack speed, which will increase your survivability. The only downside is the TM itself is not that great. What we can do is actually reforce this defense penetration. We're gonna get this one out for defensive stat. It really doesn't matter what. Cooldown reduction in this one, it is better, but not necessary. Attack increase per one enemy does work, but very bad. Normally you would do this on reclaim gear, but since I want to have a very specific piece that will be used for content to come, attack reduce, all defense up, well, it will increase her survivability as well as her attack speed HP. So this will allow her to not heal that much, but since she is an A220 anyway, it will allow her to do at least something. Defense 1-1 is up. This is about one of the best defensive pieces for Apocalypsion than anything else. There's probably nothing better. But if you want to attack increase your characters, this one is also quite good. If you want to have some base stats on your Shay, you need a lot of attack speed. So that is something that can be fixed with runes, if you, however, have those. So the attack speed rune and MP recovery per second is the best rune on her. If you have a duplicate on that one, I would definitely take it. Tough MP per second could be used as well. Then you got to have the rest elsewhere. However, you might need some CC resistance plus mana recovery might be equally as good as well, especially if you don't have enough mana recovery as of yet. How much CC resistance do you have? A 110. How much do you get from this? 630. How much are we lacking? 110 plus 130. What? 630 is 740. So we still need at least one piece to get to 850. It's not enough. Even with this, it's not enough. Sad. Well, that's something that you'll have to think about, but knowing that you're trancing yourself should allow you to get the CC resistance that is needed. So that's something that I'll give you as homework. Get enough CC resistance to get 100% on this, combined with a unique weapon, and about 2000 attack speed to make sure that all of our skills are synced. Because otherwise, the character will still end up sucky. That being said, let's go ahead and look at some content, because we did all of the remaining upgrades. I think this is all that we needed for now, but we still have to check how far did you go. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so 8 is the next best thing. You are rocking attack speed of melee heroes, and you get some cooldown reduction or such from the others. We are going to run you. Who's the tank gonna be actually? For now, I think Shakna would be the best. Even though Loman could perform pretty good there as well. I think Shakna overall gives the most survivability to a team like this. Then we got Valence. Surprisingly, I'm not gonna put up Shay on there. May would be good. And then we need Rahart now for maximum damage increase. I'm not sure if you have equipped everything that is most suitable for this. The increase of damage is quite nice. There's another piece that will do equally good, and that will be the Lulu's artifact. So this one gives you the best non-hero damage for 30 seconds, assuming that you will kill everything in one go. I'm not sure, but a lot of people actually don't use presets as of yet. So we're gonna save this one, we're gonna change the name, and we're gonna say this is going to be Lil Shock. We're gonna save this one up, assuming that DLK will do the most damage. I'm not sure about which one is the best. I would generally even go for this one instead of this one. But isn't there one that is even better? Gains dark stacks of energy. I think overall this one is better, even though it seems like the 30% extra damage seems nice, but for 10 seconds and not a 100% uptime, that seems like a waste. So technically going for this one, it seems better. Whether it is or not, I cannot necessarily tell you. However, if he already has a little bit of lifesteal, you don't need to go this. His attack speed will be ramped up by both May and everything else. Going for Opportune Strike and go with it on the likes of these is in fact better. You gotta overcommit to crit. You could lower this down by a significant amount, because with just this you have 99%. Put down any of the priests, you will have over crit commit, as well as the fact that you currently have May and Valus within your team, which will get you on an S1 with 350, and now you're May on a, what is it? Did we get the 4-star in the whole thing? Probably not. Did we even equip it? No, we didn't even equip anything. Whoops. Then we need to equip you with at least something. Can we get some 2.5% damage or something else? Nope. Whole defense. If anything, go for the highest attack, because May transfers attack to your character. So would this be the best? Nah, they're actually all bad. So if they're all really bad like that, would it then not be better to just say, hey, I want the attack speed, HP, shimmy? Because I would generally then say picking up one of those pieces will be better for now, because you are not adding anything to your main damage dealer. But that would be a personal preference. You could use this defense down, attack up, but you will then be missing out a lot of stats. Hajope with a question whether I have done my League of Honor yet. Nope, we're doing an account review, and so far we are taking some time. Galgori RNG, bad for you. So it is for most people, man. It takes a long time to get the items that you want. Yo, don't you have more? So getting a ring in here is better because you need defenses. When I become famous, I'll make an OnlyFans. If I technically want to do that. We're gonna open up another perk page. You can never have enough perk pages. Some people actually never open up perk pages, but I think that's the dumbest thing that you can do. Because it saves so much time from switching daily. Because here's the thing, such as Curly Base is doing as well, he's not doing his world bosses. Now if he just had presets for a little bit of rubies, he could just auto get a decent amount of damage in and then not even look at it a second time, right? So I think overall it's a pretty wasted opportunity that he could exploit. But who am I to judge, right? But I think presets will allow you to significantly increase anything and everything. I'll just take this one because the other pieces are pretty decent as well. Hoping that the rest of his characters will survive, and the real question is, can he? Can he? Don't we have anything of significance here? Fine, I'll just take this, equip it, slap it on there, and be a happy panda. Outside of this, the other thing that you can do, luckily he has enough. Yo, thankfully you have 150 on these, man. Oh my dear lord. I don't even have one. As for the artifact on this piece of content, is very simple. We go for everything and anything. I'm not even gonna look at the characters. We're gonna adjust accordingly when and if we do have something that we need. We go for DL Quack. DL Quack will do us a favor and stay alive, hopefully. But we need something with HP and P block on this thing. Can I get... Oh, beautiful piece, man. Beautiful piece. I like that. Damage increase from the... What? No. I do not like that. So when it comes to this piece of content, all you need is HP, attack, and P block. The more attack speed that you have will mitigate a lot of damage that will be coming up onto you. The more HP that you have, the more that Shockman will allow you to survive. So these are the few pieces that I really look for. Anything else is unnecessary, but this will work in most of the general sense. The other thing that you will need as well is a very particular artifact, and that will be heal rate reduction. Now if you want to see mad damage numbers, you don't even go for this, right? But overall it will work. You need a very also particular set. You got this one that reduces mana. That's pretty good. I would technically take this one as well, hoping that your Fallen Fray will deal enough damage, but we'll leave that aside for now. This is pretty interesting as well. You don't need the physical defense reduction on here, assuming that she has anything equipped, but the one thing that you could use is the Mortal Wound, because if you do crit, then you will do a heal rate reduction as well, which in turn will turn your damage into absolute monstrosity status. We had a good artifact over here, but we still need one of the primal ones that will increase our damage by, well, a little bit. So we'll go for this one. It won't activate all the time, as well as the S1 not doing much for us anyway. It's not a TM piece of content, so this one not help much. But if you want to survive a little bit better, Valence is one of the characters that will definitely help you out. So getting her to at least 90 is pretty good. because you're not using any of the topside status. But if you want to increase your damage, this is what your TM skills would look like. More attack speed, maybe unnecessary because you got made for the attack speed stuff, but overall still plausible in the longer run. Do we have anything that we can still then apply? Yes, we do. We still got an academic achievement, like we know something. So, without even looking at any of the other things, let's see, what do we get? And there's only one thing that I need, and that is more artifacts. Let's look at the video details for a second. Alright. Video is doing well, man. Especially for such a long one. Okay, how we doing? How we dealing with things? Did the Shockman die? Yo, Shockman died, man. There wasn't enough healing. How the hell did he die? So, generally when I do pieces of content like these, I do it in order, right? I do it simply trial and error. A lot of trial and error, re-gearing. But if this dude dies straight away, what is then the issue? Is it people not gaining enough mana? Could be. Is it him not having enough block or survivability? Could be. But it could be that it's just a lucky factor, which is also plausible. Let's put it at least on the 1.5% speed. He gets a lot of damage way too fast, so he's not tanky enough. Nobody can heal that. Poor Shockman, yeah, we just bullied the dude, man. In 2 dimensions. 1, we play him, he gets killed, and 2, if we actually allow him to live, we kill him again because he's a damn enemy. This is gruesome. Okay, so the P block is still really bad. Why the hell does this? Oh wait, I put magical defense on this thing, but it isn't that great. Magical toughness, I do get why you have this, but assuming that you will use him as a main tank anyway. Getting at least a 250 P tough. Does he have any base P toughness? More than enough. So now we go for another rune, and that is P block defense, which is something that people don't even think about. So P block defense is for something that most people don't know. If you block, you mitigate 50% of the incoming damage. If you increase the P block defense, it will then add percentage of that defense extra. So if you get 20% extra P tough or P block defense, the damage will not be mitigated by 50 but then 70%. So that is something absolutely valuable, and this alone I think will allow us to live. Even though we don't have much block, does Shockman need attack speed? In terms of attack speed, not necessarily, because his unique weapon will upgrade his own attack speed by itself. However, it could never be bad. See, his survivability already went up. We got ourselves a first heal and we are surviving. Will this be enough for 9? I don't think so, but we might be looking at something cute. Damage to look at 5. We got some heal rate reduction coming out of DL Quack as well. So I even wonder, with all of the heal rate reduction coming out of DLK and Estelle already, do we still need the artifact on Shockman? Because it seems like we don't. But look at the beauty of this, guys. We're just cleaning this up like it is nobody's business, and it is due to a few reasons. One, we got a lot of artifacts upgrade. We got all of the nicest sets on the or nicest unique weapons and nicest unique treasures on the others. Incoming 5-star unique gear ticket, yo. So there are many other things that would allow this account to be even better than what it already is, but technically I don't think we need to change much more than what we're already seeing. What could increase the overall clearing capacity of this? For one, we could have been building a Glenwiz. That would allow us to do so much incoming damage within the first parts of the fight, which is purely made for both Eclipse and this game mode. That counts for both the unique weapon and the unique treasure that's coming out of Glenwiz. We could have increased the UT2 on what's the face? Or the UT, what is it? Is it UT3? I can't remember. It's UT4 on Rahard now. Damage should be 5 for 9 as well. If so, shock survives 9, definitely possible. Alright, so from the looks of it, this is a joke right now. He dies too fast. Yup. And even if you don't have a 100% clearing rate, depending on your survivability, let's say, this is already enough to clear it. And if you clear it once, then you can just say auto, and then even if you do die several times, even if you have like a 10% clearing rate, all that it takes is time. Keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. That's all you need. We're 1 hour and 34 minutes in. Curly Base, is there anything that you want me to look at as well, or anything in particular? Because there you go, I saw Shockman die, which means that we gotta intensively look at his block rate, because the block rate is about 50%. There's too many things that is hitting consecutively. So if his block rate isn't as good, then we might have to rethink our strategy, which is definitely possible. One of the things that we could do is we could open up 95 on this. He did well by not putting up the defense. I'm not sure whether he meant to do that on this particular part of the content. However, I just see things that are easily upgraded by just a little bit of cocaine. Don't do drugs, kids. That being said, more P block, more attack speed, more everything. So this in itself is looking quite good. Base HP is pretty low. Not at this time. Just going to have to get better gear from your units and upgrade. Yeah, I think with the Apocalypsean side of things, we can go and try and look how far we can get, but I am assuming that at some point, why not just put a P dodge on this, right? Can never hurt. I'm not even sure if it works, but it's just about the first part of the survivability. If part of these things don't hit, that's an influx in damage. Can you used to get P block on older scrolls pretty good, or older gear pretty easily. Yep, that will be the next best thing to upgrade, but I'm step by step trying to improve this thing to allow for survivability. It's still not enough. I'm gonna double check whether it's possible to still survive if I get lucky on the dodges, because if so, beautiful. If anything, I still think the HP is pretty low, but well, shit, you made it. Like, technically, it's more of a startup that you need, and this allows you to do so. I've actually ran for a little bit of back knowledge. Is I used to run something on a spirit morphing to allow to start up, right? And after that, your characters actually don't die, because then you get the healing, then you get the buffing, the attack reductions that's on all of your characters. And it will then in turn allow you to survive. But the first like 5 to 6 seconds to try and survive are 9 out of 10 times the hardest things in the fights, except for challenge rate, because it then now dispels you nowadays, or dispels or cleanses themselves. So in that sense, it doesn't apply to everything, but it is a tactic that can still be used, because the damage itself is already great. But as Wintersheet is saying, with a little bit more P block, wow, let's call that ill luck. Ah well, it happens. Now there's two ways to increase this really easily, like super easy. Because we're about 820 block, and 820 block still, it seems on the good end of things. But if we want to go for the cheapest improvements, it would be run by something like this, right? P block HP, so legendary poison scrolls are one of the best. You got some crit scrolls as well, nasty. And of course, when we don't want it, we get magical defense. But it's still the lowest of low rolls. Damage reduction up on P block. Well, the fact that you already take this one is absolutely useless, because let's face it, we now got ourselves 405, and the break off point is literally 15%, because up to 200 you get 20%. Anything over that will be ways and ways lower. Very factual statement. Sig or Ocelon TM set for Shockman. Depends on the content, but I would always go for Arsalan because of the cooldown reduction. Wow, we get another one. Look at the trade-off. Like I'm just gonna show you guys this for future references. This is why you don't stack upon P-block defense. However, it's all that we can take right now with limited amount of scrolls that we have. So is it necessarily bad? It is bad, but could we take it right now? Yes, definitely. And the other question would then be, do we have any other P-block scrolls that we can use? Yes, we do, but we don't have another one that gives us HP. Will this allow us to live? I hope so. Another thing you could do, simply upgrade the, not the unique weapon, but the unique treasure. That seems something that seems a little bit bad. The other thing that you can do is increase the soul weapon. Enchantment is one of those soul weapons that, wow, we get so much of this stuff, man. I'm sick and tired of this. Yo, at least the maximum P block. What on earth was this? So let's see whether this is all enough. Yeah, that's one thing that I was thinking about as well, Winter Siege. But the reason why I did not get him to 95 is because he has limited amount of points, and just getting that to Shockman seems a little bit lackluster in terms of things. And I think overall it would be better suited to put that on supports instead, because Shockman is limited to its amount of usability in both, let's say, Galgoria, Arsalan, and all of the other pieces of content. So I'd rather have that being used on his supporters instead. Yo, he still gets quacked. What? Sig is really just for scoring content. Everywhere else, increased damage from bonus set doesn't make that much of a difference. Yep. Overall, man, I think farming for Sieg is just I think priorities should be elsewhere. Rearrange Shockman as soul weapon for more HP. Yep, that's the next best thing that I will do. But you guys, like, I like it that you think it with me, man, and make sure that I keep myself in check, and everybody keeps himself in check as well, man. That's really good. But that would be the next best thing that I will try and do. But like I said, once you get a first surviving, that is really good. The other part that could be interesting to see increase is not necessarily on Shockman, but on Fall of Fray. Because if Fall of Fray's shield is big enough, you have nothing to worry about. That is like the other part that we could think about. Because if the stats isn't good enough on your main tank, it could also be due to the fact that you're using shields extensively. So if the shields are then bad, then guess what? You're dying. So I'd rather even go ahead and look at Fall of Fray instead and increase her with some of the TM skills that will increase the survivability overall. But that would also require you to get our soul weapon up to... Wow, okay, we definitely need to increase the shield. Because I don't know if you guys saw that. 2 claps, DLK was dead. So, Fall of Fray needs improvement. Shock S2 reduces heals, right? I'm not sure if it's the S2. Yep, it does. You were absolutely right. So Fall of Fray, good as it may be, she's your next best character to improve with. I'm not going to use these all that much because that will be a little bit of a waste. However, the one thing that you can do is rearrange the tickets. I'm not even sure if you touched this one before, but it is definitely necessary. This one increases. Can I get something on a bonus, please? On a good bonus. On a good bonus. No bonus. Okay, how did you improve your DOK? No bonus. At least get your main damage deal on a bonus, my dude. Yo, damn it! It's still not a bad one, but it doesn't increase your damage. It would increase his survivability, but that wouldn't necessarily allow him to live. Beautiful! Just get 12k attack for no big reason. Now, technically it's still a bad roll, but I'll take it. All day, any day. For this, I'm going to try and find ourselves a piece that will allow us to get more attack or better shield. Now this thing is interesting, but unfortunately it's not an earring. If it was an earring, way better. This thing, however, for now could be used because it gets a little bit of attack increase, but then again, will it give us much more than that? Nope. Mana recovery per second could be interesting to allow ourselves to get that very first heal. This, however, is a piece that I will use on Fallen Fray always, because it gives so much more attack in the process, which will in turn change our overall capacity so well. Cooldown S2 is not necessary anymore, but I take it, and since she isn't getting hit anyway, this seems to be like a more potent way to be using her anyway whatsoever. Since she's not getting any of the attack of other people, then that is nice too. You could be upgrading the rest, but like I said, it's probable, but not necessary, I'd say. So now that the shield is supposedly upgraded, let's check how Fallen Fray is going to perform right now, and if we survive a little bit better. There's 2 TM gear tickets, you can use it for the gear, yeah, but my question is like whether we should put DLK upon more damage to then allow you to perform better in all of the other contents, maybe scoring, maybe PvP, maybe anything else. Because since you got it 25-95 along the way twice already, that's pretty good. However, it could also be good to get yourself 2 pieces of 3 times 12 piece of gear. The one thing that I really don't like you to do is since you still need 2 pieces of gear, which are quite easy to get, is only DLK is the main damage. No, we got himself some. Wait, did DLK die? No, he got Pansy Roan as well. We could end up using Pansy Roan here too, but not necessary. I'd rather see the DLK just work. After Pansy fell off the bandwagon quite badly in both Roll Boss and even on the Trial of Sky side of things, I was like, well, I don't see any use for people to use that character anymore. So far, shield is looking healthy, ladies and gentlemen. This is looking healthy. And it is a piece that will end up being used for Eclipse as well. But all we gotta do is kill things once. Need to think about flow for all of the supports too. Yep. And that will allow you to build either Luciq. You could think about a Solar, but that nowadays wouldn't be that much of a investment. Because yeah, I just don't like people building a character that will not be used anywhere. Greenery can also happen at Sky though. Yep. Like if you want to go for absolute optimizations and start out with a DLK or Rebel Claws, I would still say, yo, build a Luciq and Greenery so you can clear content. Like, those 2 characters is what I'd say everybody should build. See, now that we got more survivability, that is beautiful. We're cooking up this thing. And like I said, if you clear it once, you can clear it again. You can even do skip tickets nowadays, but we are done with this piece. Beautiful. Curly Base, is there anything else that you want me to address? Should we go and take a quick look at these dragons? Or is there anything else that you want me to address? Madusia, give it a shot. Alright, doesn't look like you tried them much. Did you kill all of them yet? You killed none. Okay, so we're gonna use DLK, we're gonna use everything else. The only thing that I'm curious about, this thing does magical damage related stuff. Right, so this is where we made Lumen. Hi Lumen. Hi, are you gonna do better than what you did before? Probably. Now, when it comes to Loman, you can just be doing anything. We just try and make him survive. We go with Isaiah. This Raharna, and we're gonna pop Valence in there. I'm just so used that my Valence is all the way at the bottom. Since the fight wouldn't take as long, it is questionable to pick up May, but I just like May for stunning. Valence as well, and here we go. Best part listening at waifu players given Lucy waifu costume. You. But that being said, let me do some real play, because if Fall of Red doesn't shield, you're gonna die. So if I have to give you any sense of direction, increase your Fall of Red further than what we did. Maybe the unique weapon, maybe anything else, because she is definitely worth it. Going to the point where you 80-20 her. Will she then be used at everything? No. You just hope that it won't be too expensive. Yeah, on the legendary skins, I'm not sure what we're gonna look at. I'm really not sure. All right, yo Loman, you best fucking survive, man. Yo, he still gets one tapped. Why? It said magical damage, right? Did I miss something? Or did he just not block? All right, Loman. There is one way for you and me to work. Get that block chance up, man. Yeah, you got no magical block at all. No wonder you die. Let's throw in the other artifact for shits and giggles. Oh, and did we have enough physical magical toughness? He has magical toughness. He has no magical block defense. So this is where he is dying. So make sure, like, getting 2 room pages, it might seem like, oh my god, no, I'm actually wasting my time, my tickets and everything. Nope, do it. It's not a waste of time, it's not a waste of rubies, because you can simply switch this every single time that you want, the moment you do this content once again. So Loman, I would like to ask you, dude. Could you just live through the very first hit so we can end up healing you, my dude? Could we just look at you properly? Can we get a heal? Thank you very much. And here we go. Watch the show. Once again, as said, 9 out of 10 times, once you get the first few hits in, then you can do it better. Spend rubies to make life easier. Exactly. Make the rubies work for you instead of against. I'm at this point where I'm like, yo, does Fall of Ray actually provide with more damage than DOK does? But that would be very obnoxious. Knowing that this dragon negates like a lot of physical damage, you need not to worry about anything else. Except for just trying to cook this. But yeah, Curly Ways, the one thing that I would like you to do in the process is increase your Fallen Fray by a little bit. Unique weapon, unique treasures. Well, unique treasure not. Soul weapon and unique weapon would need increasing. Alongside of getting the right TM gear on your DLK. Lower down his crit, get more attack in the process, and that will allow you to do a lot of this content, like a lot. Will it allow you to kill Apocalypse straight away? I do not think so, but it would at least allow your DLK to improve several fold. Because if I look at your overall survivability rate on killing these dragons, it is looking way better. Like, Curly, which one of these dragons have you actually killed before? In the meantime, let me grab some to drink. I talk for way too much. Alright, now you go sleep.
Can you give me the phone? I did not expect it.
Oh, forget to pick my drink.
Maar die shakebeker nog op tafel. Die shakebeker ligt volgens mij nog op tafel. Huh? Ja, maar kan dan een shakebeker die op tafel ligt?
Waar dan?
Rita. Links naast de pot.
Alright, did we kill it yet? Wow, this damage is abysmal. None, I would get clapped. That's to do with your tank not being good enough. Like, in terms of survivability, we will be able to kick his ass. Oh, we got one massive problem though. We got no artifact on the dude. Like, this would be so much easier if we get Dragon Doomstone, because that would ridiculously increase the damage. Water. No, this looks like we can do it. And fact is that if you can clear this at least once, then you can keep clearing it. And Apocalypsion, well, it does matter if you can kill Apocalypsion or not. Oh, switch. Which one do we get? Oh, shit. What? You won this one yesterday. Did I not? Are we getting clapped? Yep, we still got clapped. Fight took too long. Is there any debuffs? Yes, it looks like the debuffs here. So, we still got clapped. Time for Dragon Doomstone. The One Piece hat, yeah. Okay, you guys are more perceptive than I am, I guess. Yeah, we're already 2 hours in, man. Crazy. Time flies by with account reviews, that's for sure. Non-hero damage this time times 3, tripled the damage. I would like to see some triple damage. Another thing that we can do is actually increase our May too, because I don't think this boss dispels anything. I've got a talent for remembering the most useless information. Yo, you might be surprised in how useful that can be, man. Because if some people don't notice the little things, right? And to a sense, like my mother remembers all of everybody's birth dates, and not just that of people near to her. No, like people with kids, she knows their kids' birthdays and such, and she's always congratulating these people. And funny enough, all these people that she does this for are actually like very happy that she does so, because it seems attentive. But I just know she's crazy like that. But big props to my mom, man. It's a huge quality, honestly. So don't downgrade it, man. You don't need to. It's beautiful. Like with this Dragon Doomstone, the damage will significantly rise. This is crazy. The survivability, however, still doesn't look as great. I remember all birthdays too, like even for my classmates in the 5th grade, but I never congratulate anyone. Shit. You should have, man. Or you could be labeled as a stalker. That could be the downside of things. But nah, it doesn't happen. That being said, we got some manga to read while we're doing this. What a beautiful day this is, man. So far, now we get into like the wrap-up kind of things. Curly Base, is there anything that you have questions about? Things that I might have missed? Things that you still don't know where you should be aiming at? What are you reading? Currently, I'm reading something that's called Solo Max Level Newbie. I can send you the link. So manga, a pretty typical manga that goes around nowadays. There's a dude who plays a game, a very hardcore game. So you will maybe something like Path of Exile in hardcore mode, where you get your character deleted the moment you die, this, that, and the third. And that game gets transferred to real life, where the top player obviously has all the knowledge, uses the knowledge to then power level himself, and gets further along the way to clear the tower. Solo leveling 2.0, I wouldn't say so, man. In terms of art, it really looks similar. But yeah, nothing at the moment. Just have to focus on upgrade and better gear. Is beautiful. So we're just looking at the fact that whether we can kill any of these. But like Curly, like you're saying, it's all just a matter of gearing. So Sword Art Online, but hopefully better. I think it's a lot more interesting. Like, I've actually started rewatching Sword Art Online with my girlfriend, and even though it was so high up on like the rankings back in the day, rewatching the first season, I was a little bit like thinking to myself, like, did I really like this stuff this much? Didn't make any sense to me for some reason. Oh, please don't kill me. This will hurt. Not surprisingly, we're still alive. Maybe it's just that in the meantime you watch so many reiterations of that it got still. Yeah, I still need to watch the last season of Sword Art Online. Is that like any good? One more thing to read, thanks. I actually updated my Discord all the way down with all great reads. Like I have a few more that's even in there that are even better. War of Underworld Sword Art Online was pretty good, I thought. Yeah, with the Sword Art Online on the second season, I saw that it was gonna become this like one of these harem animes, and I was like, well, nah. I I'm gonna drop it. But people were still pretty hype about it, so I'm still at a point where I'm like, yeah, maybe it could be good. I will still die. Some of my backline will now die because I got no more shield. Oh, we live. Surprise. Beautiful. Yeah, I saw where the story was going. Now I was a little bit turned off by it, even though the story was it was still pretty good. But okay, we just don't kill it fast enough. So increase your DOK, and you will work this one. Let's try out at least the Ice Dragon. I'm not sure whether you have the damage to kill the Ice Pillars though, but it could be definitely worth a check. But it seems that it is. I'm not sure about this curly base, but it seems as though we have upgraded your stuff just a little bit. Do we need Loma for this? This is magical damage. We could actually take Raharna out maybe and take Estelle in that previous fight. Moldal Zushi. I watched the first 24 episodes. Didn't watch the second season. I stopped at the moment where the protagonist actually got back his powers or such. Where it was just blowing the flute and everything, and just decimated an entire fucking sect. That stuff was godlike, man. I really like that one for sure. Oh, here we go. Tail swipe. Everybody dead. Nope. Surviving. All that. Beautiful. Yo, DOK. Can you finally start doing damage? The series has ended already. Did it now? Like, you mean the manga or the anime? Now, this one is also plausible, but once again, yeah, they recently released another what is it called? Another season, my dude. Very recently too. No, they're currently in one. Can't be that it ended. Chinese, let me check. Where the hell is it? Can't be the season in just yet, right? Yo, I couldn't even remember what the whole damn thing looks like. Moldal Zushi. Third season. Oh, it's 12 episodes already? Damn, I gotta watch this. When did this get aired? 2 months ago? Hell no. Did I miss that? Did. Okay. The last season concluded everything. Oh, I gotta watch that actually. Didn't watch the full thing, man. Oh boy, this will require us to need some more high requirements of damage. This is not the easiest of things, but it is plausible. Glowy back, what did I miss? We're attempting to do some Apocalypsean Dragons, but for what it seems, DOK still doesn't have the base damage that is required. Just finished the test. How did it go, man? But for one, it really looks plausible. Yep. If only DOK had potentials to teleport. I stumbled upon it by accident and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna binge that one. I actually wanted to get one of the sounds out of the anime to use that into one of my intros. I'm not sure if you're very in tune with the anime, but there was this one part in the anime where there were a lot of sect members hovering across a lake, and then they would like exercise like something that's in the lake. And the moment they combined all of the glyphs, right, it had this watery, like bling sound, and I wanted to copy that one, but when I did, you could just hear that it was low quality, but it sounded so profound. It was crazy. All right, it looks like we can kill this, but don't get my hopes up just yet. I just think overall that Raharna isn't playing her part just yet. I think that if we get Estelle instead of Raharna, we are going to look at a way different fight. Oh, thing on the ground, yoink! Yo, please kill it. Don't play with it. Don't play with your food. Do you mean at the end of season 1? I'm not particularly sure at what part of the season it is. I just remember the sound that it makes. Here you go, watch the show. There's my 3. Yo, we killed a dragon, ladies and gentlemen. He did. Bleep! Panzeron can be actually used for the poison dragon. Why do all of these things do physical damage? Or magical damage? Now the next one's supposed to be doing physical damage. Congratulations, your first dragon got cooked. Now do this 4 weeks and then you got yourself a new artifact onto 1 star. Pretty decent. Galaxy. Poison dragon. We're not gonna use that other lady anymore. Do we need... No, deals physical damage. That means I don't need you. For this, we are going to use this. We're going to use this. Do you need to go into Beast of Chaos gears for your DPS, or can you use the Technomagic of Amplification gear? Just go for Technomagic gear because the transition right now is quite easy. Because get yourself a Lies, get yourself Valence, and you will be able to kill Galgoria. Use the farm to then increase your gear with just pure TM. That would be your best bet. Now, since I used this one for... Never mind, I forgot that I put 1 piece of Shockmail onto somebody else. Which is Loman for the HP. Then again, the real question would be, can he survive anything? At all. But yeah, with the lack of HP that is coming from this one, I'm not surprised. I'm talking about the gears you get from chapter 10. No, that gear is well, it allows you to do the Technomagic raids, right? Like, it can be used. I'm not 100% sure whether they're actually used at all, but yeah, you could try it, I guess. For one thing, to answer the question differently, you don't need Beast of Chaos gear. Like, it is very useless. Shockman still dies in the process. What a doofus. Well, okay then. How can we allow you to survive then? You got enough block, you got enough survivability. Oh wait, you need physical defense. Well, sure then. It doesn't seem to be as hard, does it? P block, HP, physical defense. Can we get anything? Is this anything? It's still bad. But yeah, overall, Curly, I think this is just a gearing issue. Get yourself the right gear to try and allow yourself to survive. And this will be a cakewalk, my dude. Absolute cakewalk. Technically, you could be using claws for this as well. I can't really remember how invested you have that one. Wow, at least you survived right now. That was beautiful. Never mind, the one block just got through and you got killed. I think we need to wrap it up for today. So your homework for now is just get your gear going on and try moving further along on the game side of things. If anything, I hope this account review was worth it to you. I think we've shown a lot of great things for people that have a lot of investments to upgrade their stuff. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, make sure to like and sub, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.